Hypercolor. Do you remember Hypercolor?
Yes.
I legally owned Hypercolor in 2012. I think we might be doing another relaunch in springtime under the Mad Scientist. But yeah, I was the last person to physically own Hypercolor. I was launching it, and then I got sued by a law firm in New York City who bought the trademark from Genera. But they were waiting for somebody like me to come in and give them $500,000 for the trademark. So what happened was, I met this kid, not a kid. He was an IP attorney. I met him at Bobby Mackey's. I knew his girlfriend that he was there with. And at the end of the night, he thought I was getting free drinks, and it's a cash-only bar. So he came up, and he was like, hey, do you mind if you get me and my girl a drink? I'm out of cash. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. So I paid for it. And he felt so bad that he was like, dude, I'm sorry. I thought you were getting free drinks. I'll give you a free hour of trademark talk. I'm like, all right, that's cool. Like, cheers, whatever. And he kept calling, and I kept ignoring him because I'm like, what do I need trademark talk for? And I was sitting in my original store in Dayton, like there was nothing there except for the graffiti on the wall at the time. And I had my laptop on my lap, and I was looking up Hypercolor. I was trying to find the blanks. Because it's like there's no way this has gone out of business. For people that don't know, Hypercolor is a color changing clothing brand that like changed from hot pink, from purple to hot pink, or green to yellow, or orange to yellow, with heat. So you just touched it with your hands. But so the guy was calling as I was searching for the Hypercolor, and I picked it up, and I was like, okay. I was like, look up Hypercolor, see what's going on, and then let me know. And so he calls me back like 10 minutes later, and he's like, you're not going to believe this, dude. Their trademark is up in 28 days, and every 3 years, the same lady's reissuing the trademark, but she's not doing it at the end of the 3 years. She's letting it expire and then coming in Friday morning and then doing it to save an extra day. And he's like, that's the same lady doing it. So if we submit at like 11 p.m. at night, there's a good chance you might win this intellectual property. So we did. We submitted it at nighttime. We ended up winning. So now the Hypercolor trademark is legally mine. So we built the website, and him and I ended up teaming up as partners. But we had the T-shirts already printed and made. We were the only person on the planet that has the logo. When the law firm in New York sued us, they said they couldn't even prove that it was the original Hypercolor logo. And in the actual lawsuit, it was an all-black T-shirt that didn't change colors, and it had those iron-on letters that you can buy from Michaels that said Hypercolor, and that was their proof of we've been trying to bring this back and have been unsuccessful. So they sued me for unfair competition, which is basically if they can prove within the past 3 years that they were trying to bring the brand out, then they would legally win it back. So I had my buddy as a lawyer at the time, so his law firm was trying to fight it for me. So they applied or they submitted the lawsuit in New York. So we went to New York, trying to fight it. They prolonged the case, so it's set to another date. And then we went to New York to fight it, and it was set to another date. And my buddy's law firm was like, they're going to do this till you have no money. And unless we can get this transferred over to Ohio, you've got no skin in the game. So I ended up losing the trademark to Hypercolor, man. So that's the main reason why you don't see Hypercolor around right now, is because
and no one's doing anything with
Daddy Fat Sacks lost it to a law firm that doesn't know how to use it.
Isn't that sad?
It's insane, man. We even tried to partner with them, saying, hey, we'll give you a percentage of the company. Just let us do what we were doing. We were in the middle of it. We already had the T-shirts made and ready to go. So,
and they didn't want any part of it. They're like, screw you.
No.
Come up with your $500,000. Did they give you an offer?
No. They were so mad that some kid from Kentucky took their bread and butter, man, that they just didn't want to deal with it.
Don't they have enough shit in New York City that they can work on and focus on?
I'd have the feeling that I could probably sue them for unfair competition since they've held on to it and haven't done anything with it. And, we were the ones that were sending Nike like a cease and desist saying, hey, you can't use the word Hypercolor for your dunks. And the same thing for a nail company. There was a nail company that was using the word Hypercolor for color changing nails. And once you get into the trademark game, that's how you end up losing trademarks, is when you dilute like the name, like Xerox, for instance. You don't want to. Do you know about that?
A little bit. So I've started. over the past 12 months, it's weird we're talking about this. I've really started to dive in on it.
Yeah,
So I'm
it's
probably
interesting, man.
I'm probably on a college education. I'm probably like fourth grade right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Xerox, they've actually taken out like 2-page articles in the New York Times before that says it's a copy, not a Xerox, because if too many people use the word Xerox as a copy, then Xerox loses their trademark. So
Yep.
that's just one of those things. I think Escalator was one of those things. Escalator was a trademark that just got diluted.
And then everything just became an escalator.
Yep.
So I'm learning more. I have a lot more to learn, but I'm in the midst of it on some things.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I think I might have missed on something by not getting my legal degree.
You know what, man? It's always nice to have that in your back pocket, right?
I have some really good relationships with guys that help me out with leases and all sorts of real estate issues all the time.
Oh yeah.
And some of them lease from me, so I'll just walk down to another floor like, hey, boys, got to serve with this. What's happening?
Yeah.
Somebody's trying to come after some money. They're trying to come after something. They're like, oh, we'll take care of it. And so if you have those friends that don't charge you much, you can survive.